Welcome, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here. Today, I want to introduce you to something that has the power to completely change how you feel in your body, and that is myofascial release. This isn't just about stretching or rolling, it's about understanding the deeper system that connects your entire body, your fascial system. What is fascia? Fascia is a connective tissue that surrounds and supports every single cell in your body. It's the only system that touches every other system of the body. It goes through your muscles, through your bones, through your joints, through your organs, and even your nerves. Think of it like a web or a full body suit that holds everything together. It gives your body structure, but it also allows for movement, flexibility, communication throughout your entire body. When your fascia is healthy, it's smooth, hydrated, elastic, and responsive. What happens when your fascia becomes restricted? Over time, your fascia can start to change. This can happen from your daily habits, so repetitive movements over time, your movement patterns, like doing your chores or how you walk or your physical movements, poor posture and alignment, stress and emotional tension, or if you are injured or you have a lack of movement, not exercising that much. When this happens, the fascia can become tight and restrictive. The fascia becomes dry and dehydrated, and it also becomes brittle and less resilient. This is when we start to feel knots, adhesions, trigger points, pain, and stiffness in the body. I want you to visualize this resistance band like a muscle or a fascial line in your body. When it is healthy, this muscle will stretch and then it contracts or recoils and it moves with ease, free flowing, no restrictions. Okay? But over time, we start to develop adhesions or knots within the tissues. Okay, so now we have two knots in the muscles. Now, instead of smooth movements, we get restriction, we get tension, we get poor movement patterns, we could get pain, dehydration in these areas, lack of energy flow, etc. So how does this affect the body? These adhesions don't just stay local, they can affect the entire body, the entire system, the entire fascial line. They can block blood flow, they can limit hydration to the tissue, they can disrupt energy flow. They can interfere with communication between your muscles and your nervous system. This is why when your body starts compensating, that's when pain shows up. So what is myofascial release? Myofascial release is when we put pressure on these knots. It is a way to restore the health of your fascia again. It's about applying a gentle, sustained pressure to the areas of these tension spots. As we put pressure, it helps release the adhesions. Okay, it starts to improve circulation again. It starts to rehydrate the tissues, and it starts to restore your natural movements again. So again, putting pressure on, and I'm going to show you different fascial release and exercises and how to put pressure on this area to help relieve some of this pain. When we apply the pressure, We are not forcing the body. We are inviting the tissue to soften just a little bit at a time. Again, this helps increase blood flow. It helps bring hydration back into the tissue. It allows the fascia to become more elastic again. Over time, the body begins to move more freely and the pain starts to decrease. So let's take a few moments to go over some myofascial tools. So one we have, this is called the Body Back Buddy. It's also called a Theracane. Okay, so it's hard plastic. It has like a big hook on the back, and then it has a bunch of different knobs all the way down the hook on both sides. Okay, so it is used to get into it, usually a smaller area. That again, it has an adhesion or a knot. Again, we want to put pressure on it to help relieve some of the pain and start to bring in blood flow and healing to that area. So I'll give it just a couple quick examples. So for this one, you can use it for your upper back. Kind of place it in between my shoulder blade and my spine. One hand up here, one hand down below. And you can kind of gently dig in and start to feel where you feel tension in your upper back. Okay, there's also a couple knobs down here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, one on each side of the spine. Okay, so the muscles down the side of your spine. And this is just a quick example. I'll go into this a little bit later in my other videos. You can go on each side of the spine. You can kind of dig in and hold. Breathe deep in there. You can work your way up through the spine, trying to get in on some of the adhesions. For some of these ones that stick out, you can get into inner calf, just off to the side, right beside the bone. Okay, and you can start digging in. Again, nice, soft, gently. Your pain will kind of guide you where you should hold. Okay, so that's like a Theracane, or this one's called a Body Back Buddy. It will help dig into some of these areas. Okay, next we have a lacrosse ball, which is like a pretty hard rubber ball. Okay, and this will get into some of the smaller areas like the chest. So holding up against the wall, breathing into it, starting to do movements, and again, trying to get on the sorest adhesion that you find in your body, okay? So this will be for chest. You can get into abdominals, you can get into legs using a lacrosse ball, okay? So something fairly hard, but that it has a smooth covering. So I've seen some balls with like a lot of like hard bumps on them. I don't really like those as much. I do like hard, but that it has a smooth surface. Okay. And then we have a roller. A lot of rollers you see out there are made of foam. I tried to pick myofascial release tools that are more natural. So this is made of cork. And again, a lot of exercises, a lot of people will roll on them, but as you'll learn in future videos, again, it's holding. It's the holding on the adhesion that's shown in the research to bring more benefit. Okay? I might roll, let's say I'm doing my thigh, to find where most of my pain is, like anywhere between the top of my knee towards my hip. I'll find where the sorest spot is, and then we're going to hold, put pressure, breathe nice and slow into that spot. Okay, give it long enough. You're holding there long enough that your body will respond and start to send the blood flow, start to send the oxygen, start to send the nutrients, and have that knot start to break up and release. Okay? And as we'll go in future videos, there's kind of two theories top two theories that are releasing these knots right now. And one is, again, the holding for 30 seconds, up to 2 minutes, and even up to 5 and 10 minutes on that spot. The holding. Okay. The other theory is holding, but then going through very slow movements, just trying to break it up while you pin yourself down on that adhesion. And again, I'll get more specific in the other muscles. Today was just kind of an introduction on myofascial release, what it is, and what tools we will use for it. So in closing, this is why myofascial release is such a powerful tool. It helps you move better, it helps you feel better, and you connect deeper to your body. And this is just the beginning. In my next video, I'm going to show you how to release one of the most important areas in the body, the quads, or the front of the thighs. The front of the thighs are the tightest because of how much we sit in our culture. So thank you for watching today, and I will see you soon.